Hiya ladies, how you all doing? It's Andrea. Just want to come on for another video in my weight loss series, and if you're watching me from the first time, I'm Andrea and I help women with midlife challenges, going through peri and menopause, to help them to have more energy, less hot flashes, and just to feel happier, healthier, and more vitality for life. So yeah, today I want to talk to you about weight loss, and I want to thank everybody for subscribing, for commenting and liking my videos. Please share it with all your friends. I want to do lots of videos about weight loss because I get a lot of questions about it, and there's lots of contributing factors around weight loss and problems losing weight. So I want to empower you to learn a little bit more about what can be going on with your problems with weight loss. In my video today, I'm covering your health and what can be going on with your health contributing to your weight loss problems. So when I work with women, I like to send them a health questionnaire because I want to know about a woman's health history. Have you been on the birth control pill? Have you been on lots of diets? If you had pregnancies, and what's gone on with your periods over your early 20s and 30s as you're now going into perimenopause. But women can have problems with weight gain and problems losing weight in any phase of their life, not just in peri and menopause, but I'm just focusing on what can be causing it during perimenopause and menopause. When women are getting older, over the age of 40, getting older, your body processes start to slow down as you're getting older, so it becomes more and more difficult to lose weight. But it can be some health issues as well that can contribute to that, and it can affect your diet, your mindset, your lifestyle. All these things can contribution to your health now in perimenopause. And by filling out the health questionnaire that I send you, if you work with me, then that gives me a really good idea of where you are with your hormones and what is causing problems with your weight loss. I may also suggest to do a Dutch test, or I might also want to know your mineral imbalances with a hair tissue mineral analysis test. That can give me an accurate reading of what's going on with your gut health, with your thyroid, with your adrenals. If you have any infections, if you have heavy metals toxicity, this can all be stopping you from weight loss as well. The first one I want to talk about is gut health. Now, gut health is, your gut is the heart of your health and well-being of your body. If your gut isn't working correctly, then you could have nutrient depletion, your minerals not working right, you could have some infections, you may have bloating, IBS, acid reflux. There's lots and lots of different gut issues and gut complaints, but I find that a lot of people can have gut infections that they don't know about. You could have a candida overgrowth that you don't know about. It can be, especially if you have a candida overgrowth, if you've got lots of cravings for sugar, especially after you've eaten a meal at night. You want something else to eat, you want something more sugary. If you've had some adrenal gland problems, if you're feeling fatigued, you're dragging yourself out of bed every day, you're living off coffee just to stay awake, and then that could be a sign of adrenal gland problems and thyroid problems, because your thyroid and your adrenal glands, they're best buddies and they work together. So your thyroid is what burns your fuel in your tank, and your adrenal glands is the fuel in the tank. So that's why they both work together. So your adrenal glands, they provide the spark for the fire, and your thyroid is your fire that keeps your metabolism ticking over. It's your thermometer, your thyroid, your digestion, your periods. Your thyroid controls all those. Your adrenal glands concentrate more on your blood sugar regulation, your blood pressure, as well as controlling your stress levels because it releases cortisol. Also, adrenal glands make your hormones. as well, your DHEA, estrogen, testosterone, progesterone, so they work together, your adrenal glands and your thyroid, and they can cause lots of issues with struggling with weight gain and weight loss as well as your gut health. It's all tied in, and you may have all of them that's not working right, or you may just have one of them. It might just be your gut health that's sluggish, because your gut health can slow down, especially if you've experienced high levels of stress. So if you filled out my questionnaire and you've got high levels of stress, that's an indication to me that you could have some mineral imbalances. You could have estrogen dominance maybe because of high levels of stress. Because what happens with high levels of stress, your adrenal glands release cortisol to cope with that stress. So then your digestion is cut down, so you won't be digesting your food properly. Your hormones are not being made because your cortisol is high, and your progesterone will be stolen to cope with, make cortisol and to cope with stress. You get a lot of blood sugar in your body. You've got a lot of blood sugar in your blood because of high cortisol, and your body thinks you're in danger and you need to run away from danger. So you need energy for that, you need sugar for that, and you need to be able to put lots of energy in your legs to run away. But in this day and age, we're not running away from danger. We don't have tigers that we're running away from. We have family stress, we have job stress, life stress that we're running away from, but we're not running away from it. So all this blood sugar is not being used for energy to run away because the stress isn't the same anymore. So when you've got lots of sugar in your blood, it has to go into your cells, and when your cells are full up with sugar, then it goes into your liver as a backup because you store sugar in your liver. But then when those stores are full, your body's thinking, well, I've got all this sugar, cells don't need any, liver doesn't need any, what am I going to do with it all? It has to go somewhere, it can't stay in your blood, so then it stuffs it in your fat cells, and that's how you get fatter. The more stress that you have, and you have life stress, you have diet stress, exercise stress, there's so many different stresses, psychological stress in your head. And this day and age, there's so many stresses, toxins of stress, your computers, your mobiles, too much telly, you're staying up too late on your mobile phone, and all this is adding to the stress in your body, what you're putting on your skin, all the toxins, and all this stress adds up, and it builds and builds and builds over time, and then your hormones aren't getting made properly, your progesterone's not getting made, so your estrogen levels are going up. Your thyroid's not working properly because when the estrogen's high, it competes with the thyroid binding globulin. So you might have your thyroid might be okay. There's nothing wrong with your thyroid. You've got thyroid there. It wants to get ready to work, but it can't get to your body can't use it because of high levels of stress, because of high levels of estrogen competing with that thyroid binding globulin, stopping your thyroid from working properly in your body. So that can be reducing your metabolism, because like you say, your thyroid is your fire, it's your metabolism, it's burning fat, it's helping you to lose weight. And can you see how cortisol and stress can add problems to your thyroid? And then your adrenal glands are going to get tired and start not working correctly because of the constant production of cortisol all the time to cope with the stress. And then the adrenal glands can just stop working properly because of the constant cortisol release, and then your cortisol levels go low. Your blood sugar is affected because your adrenal glands control your blood sugar and your blood pressure. So then you can have like blood sugars up and downs and feeling dizziness and fatigued, and 1 minute you're all right and then you're feeling shaky because you've got blood sugar issues, and that can lead on to diabetes later on if it carries on over years and years. It can lead to insulin resistance, where your body then shuts down your cells to the sound of insulin, because insulin is what takes the sugar out of your blood, secreted by your pancreas, and then it latches onto your cells to take the sugar into your cells. You need insulin for that. And when insulin's constantly banging on the door of your cells, I want to get in, your cells are going to stop listening to that because it's fed up of listening to it. You know, think about it. If you've got somebody knocking on your door 24/7, you're going to be fed up of listening to it. Oh, I'm not going to answer the door anymore. Fed up of getting up and down to answer that door. And that's what your cells are doing, shutting down that insulin. And then no sugar's getting into your cells, so you're going to feel tired all the time because your cells are starved of energy because the sugar can't get in there, and it can affect your brain health as well, brain fog. But you've got plenty of blood sugar, but it's just not getting in your cells because your cells are not sensitive to insulin again. So we need to work on that and get that insulin sensitivity working correctly again and reducing the stress down and strengthening your adrenal glands and reducing the excess estrogen and bringing up your progesterone levels a bit to help with that. And so that adds to your weight gain as well. Now, the blood sugar, the higher excess estrogen, because estrogen wants to make more fat and then fat wants to make more estrogen, so they both work off each other. And then the estrogen can cause inflammation in your body. You don't want inflammation in your body because that can go on to create lots of other problems down the line. You know, you want to and then all this can lead on to problems with your liver and kidney health, because your kidneys in your back area, either side of your back, and your adrenal glands, they sit on top of your kidneys. So if your adrenal glands are not working correctly, they're getting a bit like dysregulated. It can affect the way your kidneys work as well. Your kidneys filter out all the toxins, and your liver does as well. They both work together. And if your liver's congested, if it's getting sluggish and not working correctly, which can happen as you're getting older, you know, if you've not taken care of your liver over your 20s and 30s, your liver can get sluggish because of maybe high levels of processed foods, fats, things like that can cause your liver to be stagnant and not working correctly. If you've not nourished it with bitter foods like nettle root tea and things like that, dandelion, to nourish your liver, then you can have some problems with liver detoxing. And when your hormones have worked in your body, they're not needed anymore, so they have to get out of your body. So once your hormone's done its job, it has to get out of your body. It's processed through your liver through the two phases of detoxification in your liver. And then you want to make sure that your detoxification in your liver goes through the correct pathways. And these are the hydroxy pathways. And there's 3 different types of pathways in your liver. There's hydroxy 2, 4 and 16. And you want to be choosing the hydroxy 4 pathway to make sure that your estrogen is metabolized properly and it's going to be exited out of your body. Because hydroxy 16 can contribute towards breast cancers and uterine cancers, ovarian cancers as well. It's the bad estrogen, and you can also get mimics of estrogen in your body from toxins as well, which can add to your estrogen load. And toxins can be really bad for weight loss as well, weight gain, because a lot of toxins in your body can be stuffed into your fat cells as well. So your fat cells can grow the more toxins that you have. What else can I talk to you about? Some health issues. So there's a lot there. There's a lot to take in there. I know I've just thrown a lot at you there with a lot of information. With a lot of problems can be caused by stress. Then that can go on to deplete your gut health. Then that can go on to have problems with your thyroid working properly, and your adrenal glands being dysregulated, and then it's your brain. Your brain communicates with all your glands. And during perimenopause, that can get a bit dysregulated because of your up and down hormones. And so it's called the HPA axis. And that can go a bit haywire. I mean, there may be nothing wrong with your adrenal glands and your thyroid. It's just the communication with all your glands can get a bit haywire during perimenopause, when your body's getting used to your hormones being reduced down to get into menopause, and then it will settle itself down in menopause when your body's used to lower levels of hormones, and your communication can start working a bit better again. So your adrenal glands can be a bit scattered during this time, and your thyroid might just need a bit of a boost. And you need to work on that by giving your body the building blocks that it needs through your diet, through your exercise. You can do that by working with your own natural rhythm of your body, natural hormone cycle. You can do that with carb cycling, enough proteins throughout the day, keeping your stress levels down. This is what I teach women when we work one-to-one together in my menopause course. I go through all this in there and help you to control these problems that you have with your HP axis regulation, your communication in your body. You've also got communication with your neurotransmitters, your feel-good hormones, your serotonin. So all these can play a part with your weight loss as well, and problems losing weight. And like I talked about in my other video, I talked about the problems during perimenopause. As your hormones are declining, you're more sensitive to stress, you're more sensitive to sugar, you're losing muscle mass, you're losing bone mass. So you have to pay attention to this with all these different areas, with your diet, your exercise, how you go about your day-to-day life, the week of your different cycle of your hormones, because you still have a cycle in menopause when you stop ovulating, because you're still producing hormones, just lower levels. So I hope that explained a bit more about how your health can affect your adrenal glands, and how stress can snowball your insulin resistance, your high estrogen levels, your problems with thyroid, adrenal glands, your gut health. And over the number of years, this can grow and get worse and worse and worse. Like it happened to me. I spent the last 10 years trying to figure all this out. I had so many bad digestion problems, and I was so frustrated because I couldn't get myself well. My digestion was getting worse and worse, and I was eating healthy foods, but proper, no dairy, no gluten. I was eating loads of healthy foods, and it just wasn't getting any better. And then I found the missing puzzle 2 years ago. I thought, oh, this is what I need to do to get myself well. So I've done all this work. I don't want you to spend the next 10 years fathoming all this out yourself. Let me help and guide you, because I've done all this work. I can sort of put all your piece puzzles together of what you're struggling with, and really help you to get to grips with that. So if you want to work with me one-on-one, or you want me to have a call with me, get to know me, just have a chat about your issues for half an hour over a cup of tea, can have a Skype chat together, and then you can decide what you want to do with your health going forwards. Because my health has snowballed. I had extreme amounts of stress. I had a car accident, I had a massive divorce, I had high amounts of stress for years, and I was on the birth control for 10 years, and it ruined my health. And I don't want that to happen to you. Now, it's probably going to take me about maybe 3 or 4 years to get well again. I don't know. I'm in year 2 at the moment, and I've still got a long way to go. Because I've been learning how to read your eyes, your health in your eyes. And I look at my eyes and I can read what's wrong with my health and my gut. I can see lots of gut health in my eyes, and what my health of my gut's like just by looking at my eyes. So I've been learning about iridology and how that affects your and we can look at your eyes and see what your health is, because your eyes are your gateway to your health as well. That's another massive way to look at your health and how to assess your health, as well as hair tissue mineral analysis. I love that test. The hair tissue mineral analysis test can tell me so much about your health, about where your minerals are, where your toxins are, your gut health, if you have candida or not. So yeah, if you have any questions at all about what I've just talked about, please ask me. Ask away, put in the comments below. And look out for some more videos. I'm going to do some more videos about other things that can contribute to problems with weight gain and weight loss. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in another video. Take care, see you later.